All right. Hey, everybody. Bruce Mufson, LCSW Sunridge of Nevada, and we are coming to you today with a live stream. And we're delighted to be doing this. And we're going to break it down to a couple of different pieces. First, what I want to do is I want to talk about today's topic, which, of course, as everyone has gotten the email, is going to be about dads. And why is this such an important topic to me? After going into hundreds of homes and dealing with thousands of people, fathers are like the missing pieces in a puzzle. And when you don't have a father that's solid, you don't have what you need to ever complete the puzzle. So I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some facts I want to bring up, some interesting points I want to bring up, and stories myself that I've experienced, we've seen in my own life as a father, or what I've seen with people trying to deal with being a father and what they were dealing with. Hey, we already got our first question. And CS. And also what I'm going to do is, and I'm glad you called. Thank you, CS, for jumping in. We're going to start going back from our last video to our first video, thanking certain fans who leave comments that were just so insightful. My God, that I really want to talk to them about it. So I just got a question right now, and I'm going to answer it. Hey, why not? And it says, hey, hope you're doing well. CS, question, can you please break down Mac Miller's new album? Yes. The reason is very, very simple. It's something I want to just share also. When I listen to these artists, I'm not going to say that I grew up with them or I was tired of them. And of course, I knew who Mac Miller was. But once I listen to their music long enough and I hear their songs over and over again, I become a fan. So, yes, we will be breaking down Mac Miller's new album. We will do a couple of songs from it. I promise. Not a problem. He is just so popular and so renowned and so insightful, and so many people responded to his music on a level I never thought that, yes, we will break down his new album. Okay, here we go. Facts about dads. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. I want to go to some primers and some issues and some concepts for you to think about. Being a dad is great. Unfortunately, for a lot of men who grow up today, they never had the exposure of being a father or knowing what a father really is. I spent a lot of time doing that kind of stuff. So here's where we are. If a dad is affectionate, if he's supportive, if he's involved, he can and he will and he must contribute to your child's cognitive, language, and social development. What's cognitive factors? Cognitive is like self-awareness, being aware. And then there's a language, how you talk, how you express yourself, and social development, like getting a big picture of what's going on. It's like playing basketball, and you're not just dribbling the ball. You know what everyone else is doing on the court, the other 9 players as well. Social awareness, development. All right, as well as academic achievement, because you're on top of your kids to make sure that they're doing well. All right, what also happens to your kids, you get a strong inner core resource, okay? You have confidence in yourself, sense of well-being, good self-esteem, and authenticity. Become real. The biggest thing I hear from kids today is when they talk is like, I don't know who I am. That's why it's such a huge uptick in depression and suicidal behavior. Don't know who I am. A father can give that to you. So it's really, really important to have that. A good father will affect a child's relationship from birth to death, including friends, lovers, and spouses. It's huge. All right? So how your kid's going to grow from literally the time he comes out of the womb to how he dies will be from what he sees from you and what influences he gets from you. Hey, I've self-disclosed before. I didn't get that from my own father. I had to learn everything the hard way. Part of the reason why we do these videos is because I want people to say, man, this guy's talking to me. He's relatable to me. He's understanding where I'm coming from. So learn from these videos and how to apply these things to yourself when you're dealing with your own kids. So it's a cheat sheet. That's what life is about. Learning to copy from others. Not a problem. Okay. Boys will model themselves after their fathers. It's huge. I see this all the time. They're like begging. They're hungry for a relationship with their father. And they look for their father's approval in everything that they do. Like this, like a puppy dog look, like, oh my God, oh my God. All right. And they will copy those behaviors. Then they recognize that they're both familiar and successful. Here's the flip. Okay. If dad is abusive, controlling, and dominating, that will be the patterns that the sons will inherit and imitate and emulate. Let me give you a story. My own dad, all right, he was this. Okay, he was a hitter. Hit my mother. And after he hit my mother, he hit my sister and hit myself. My sister was a little bit older than me. And what I learned from my dad was how to be abusive. And after he got older, he became very verbally abusive. He was always verbally abusive, but after he got old, he couldn't hit us as much. But he used to just curse at us, scream at us. And when he would have a meltdown, we would have to suffer the brunt of it. And my mother had to suffer the brunt from it. My relationship with women growing up was not the best because I had all these terrible negative influences from my father. And I had to learn from other people. I had to like run to other homes, run to the library, watch things on TV. That's really my teacher, to learn how to be an appropriate young person, how to treat women, that you didn't curse them, use the F word, hit them, degrade them, denigrate them, humiliate them, embarrass them, and not be a real father. Had to learn all that stuff the hard way. So, guess another thing too, when I was working primarily with children, I had at least 2 stories of kids that killed their stepdad with bio father because of the abuse that they suffered. So one day, you think you could beat your kid and hit him all the time. And guess what? Here's what happens. They grow up. They pick up that first weight, that first 20-pounder. They pop that first steroid, and they do that first pull-up. They do that first push-up, and all of a sudden their body starts to develop, and they get big, and they get angry, and they get vengeful, and they don't forget. And that's what happens. And I've had cases where kids literally killed their fathers because of the abuse that they suffered. I think it was both stepdads. So just be careful. What you sow is what you're going to reap as a father. All right? If father is loving, kind, supportive, just going to kind of go over the basics. All right? The boys will want to be that way. When my son said to me, oh, we got another one. Hey, man, Josh Byrne. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to get back to you, Josh. You are the man. Thank you from across the pond. Here's the thing also, my son, you have kids and you hope they're going to turn out to be better than you. Not like you, but better than you. My son said to me that I learned from you that it's better to give gifts than to receive them. I was like, wow. He said, I've learned to give gifts to people, make them happy. I don't really need anything. But when I give somebody a gift, they really, really feel good about it. He has even given gifts to his teachers in high school to say, thank you for teaching me. Gifts to his coaches, gifts to his trainers at the gym he goes to. I'm delighted. Great. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Think about other people. He learned that from me. Okay. Now, everyone's going to say, oh, is it just girls? And here's the thing. Girls who have good relationships with their fathers tend to do better in math. Just a quick throw in there, okay? And with dads active with boys tend to have better grades and do better on achievement tests. All right, here's another thing too. You look at the pictures of Kobe and his daughter, all right? What was he saying? I was a daddy's girl. My daughter, my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. 4 girls. But what did he do? He just did whatever he could to make his daughter feel special. He even said, I lost interest in the NBA after I retired. But the girl, what seems to understand was what I was reading, which she was quite the athlete and very good, very, very good ball player. He was taking her to the games, taking her to WNBA games, taking her to Laker games, shows up because his daughter had an interest. He's like, let me show it to you through your eyes, how to be a ball player, the way, Kobe was. So you see that. You see what a good father really means to the development of their children. You always saw pictures of the two of them, like, smiling, he's hugging her, they're looking together. Nice. It's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, even with my own kids, like, have they done fairly well in school? I try and be on top of them. How's it going? How are your classes? How are your grades? You need any help? You need a tutor? You need time to study? What do you need to be successful? Be involved. That's something I'm going to stress right now. So important to be involved. Be involved. Okay. Don't be a dad on the sidelines. All right. But another thing too about my kids, they became readers. When I walk into a house, I always look to see if there are books around. Do the kids read for pleasure? Do people in this house read for pleasure? Not just because they have to. My youngest son, he blew up with books. And my oldest one kind of surprised me by catching into books also, getting into books. When I see people read, that impresses me because that tells me the father has an influence on the family and it's going to pay dividends down the line. All right. Another thing too, here's some statistics I want to share. Only 20% of American kids now consist of a household of married couples with children, only 1 out of 5. The country has changed dramatically even since I was a kid. All right. Even if you're dealing with a divorce, and believe me, it happens. Like in America, it's half. All right. Here's the deal: divorce is traumatizing unless you got to get out. But here's the thing: stay involved with the transition because the kids need to see and feel that you're invested. Okay. Now, here's the thing, too, I wanted to share. Your mental health as a father is huge. All right. And they're showing statistics now. This is from Michael Austin. He was assistant professor of philosophy at Eastern Kentucky University. He said this: father's mental health has a long-term impact on how kids are going to do. So and there's differences in children's social skills, such as self-control and cooperation. When these kids reach 5th grade, if dad had mental health issues, it affected the kids even from a very early age, because 5th grade, you're talking 10 years old. All right. If you have issues, get them worked on before you have kids. Go to therapy. If you didn't get what you needed from your own father, find an adult male you can learn from. Ape what this guy does. See what this person does well. Steal from him. I stole from everybody growing up because I had no clue what it meant to be a man, what it really meant to be a father, other than to be violent, abusive, cursing and screaming, drink too much, not be a provider financially, make your wife crazy with stress and doubt and anxiety. What did I know? I was an idiot. So I had to learn from other people how to be successful. Okay, do it. Do it before you have kids. Figure your own coconut out before you have children, because your problems are going to become their problems. My dad's anxiety, my dad's lackadaisical way of thinking has affected me because there's shrapnel from stupidity. That's just the reality. All right. Cradle to grave. That kid pops out of that womb until they go to their own grave. They're going to learn everything from, they're like little sponges, and they're going to pick everything up. And that's why it's so important to have a dad that's stable, that's functional, that has his act together. Okay. Now, going back to father and daughter issues, all right? This will often determine if you're going to have a strong, positive, confident young girl, or you're going to have a girl that's going to be a mess, have horrible relationships, horrible choices in men. And I've seen that so many times walking into homes without a father. I see a single mom exhausted, like a zombie. The kids are running the house. The kids are in control. I got a 10-year-old girl acting like the mom. She's answering all the questions. Not a good sign, not a good future, not a good, foregoing, of what's going to happen to her as she gets older. She's going to have a very tough time finding an appropriate mate, because you look at guys as weak. My own mother, the guy she's sleeping with, it's not working. You want to find stability. So I'm just saying to you, what you reap, again, is what you're going to sow. You want your daughter to be confident, have a guy that's going to love her, respect her, do the right thing by her, not cheat on her or hurt her. Of course, that's insane, but just be there. Be a functional adult male. So many guys I deal with today seem to have no clue on what that even means. So what they're looking for is this: if you live a life of integrity and honesty, okay, and you admit your own shortcomings, this way she'll have a realistic and positive example of how to deal with the world. Okay, even for myself, my dad never said he knew, it was always like, I know everything, I'm never wrong, it's not my fault. When I screw up, apologize to my kids right away. And I've done this so many times where something happened where I lost control and I was the fool and I was the idiot. So what did I do? I'm sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I could have handled it better. I'm sorry. Apologize. I know I've done this before and I'm probably going to do it again, being an idiot, but I want you to know I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you? Apologize. And there have been times my kids have said to me, hey, Dad, I wish you could just chill out, relax. They're right. And I have to be the bigger person in the situation. So many times I've gone into homes where the dad with a non-dad is like, my way or the highway. They better listen. I'll kick their butt. I'll show them who's in charge. What do you create? A scared, frightened kid who won't come to you, and they really need to come to you. Why do you think there's such a prevalence in sexual offending in America today? Because kids are online. That's where they're looking for their friendships. So they're looking for their confidants. Who's going to take advantage of them? People that have bad intentions for your children. But if you could talk to your kid for the first time, someone says, send me a picture of you naked, or I'm going to tell your parents, and you have a parent that goes on the line for you and says, who is this? Who are you talking to? My next call is going to be 911 to have you arrested. You know how many of those cases will happen? Disappear. But kids are so afraid to go to their parents, they keep everything inside and they get victimized. Okay? Treat daughter with respect and love. Here's another thing too. Whether you're married or not to the child's mother, treat her with respect. Cursing at her, talking bad about her, denigrating her, threatening her, putting hands on her, angry that she might have moved on. What does that say about you as a person? That you're immature. You can't let things go. I've had dozens of cases where people have told me that the wife moved on, when the girlfriend moved on to a new guy, and what the ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, stalking. Ultimately either killing or seriously wounding this person, generally in front of the children. And sometimes even the kids get shot. How insane is that? Get your life together. Always show respect to your ex. You still have something in common. You have a child, whether it's a girl or a boy. That's why I don't want to say like father. And we're not here to knock moms. We get it. Moms are very, very important. But I'm just saying about the fathers has a huge impact, not just with girls, but also with boys and vice versa. It's so, so critical. Okay? How you treat the mother will affect how you treat the daughter and how she's going to see herself. There's a picture like 40, 50 years ago. It was in Minneapolis. This young boy, the father's being led away to jail, and he's like this, and his head is down. He's being cuffed. And the little boy, maybe like 3, he goes like this. He's like this. He's screaming and he's crying at the father. That picture was so poignant to me. 3 years old, already traumatized, already has his first PTSD episode, his first anxiety attack, his first stress moment. Wonderful, right? Did a good job. Don't think like that. Married. Oh, here's the thing now for guys who are married. If you can stay married, good deal. Okay. Married men who have good relationships with their children report fewer stress-related physical symptoms such as fatigue, insomnia, and back pain than those with poor relationships with their children. Involved fathers suffer less from anxiety and depression when they have problems on the job. Okay, let me say something. I work a lot. All right. Here's the deal. If my boss says to me, Bruce, you're amazing. You're incredible. You're a fantastic worker. If 3 people say to me, 3 coworkers, like, Bruce, you've changed my life just by you being around. If I have 5 patients that say to me, I will never come back to the hospital because of you, I now have complete clarity in my life. If I get a call from the governor's office, you are the social worker of the year, social worker of the decade. Okay. If I get a call from school that my kid got RPC'd, I feel like I'm walking in cement shoes. I can barely walk. I can barely function. I feel like everything is tainted. Whatever they said about me means nothing. I can have the flip. My boss is pissed off. I got a report in late. I didn't take care of something. The head of the hospital is angry. There's trouble with this. I didn't get the report in. Patients are cursing at me. You suck, you suck, you suck. Parents are threatening to get me fired or get me reported, blah, 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 blah. If I get a call from my kid, I got 100 on a test, and I did well, I could dunk on LeBron James. No problem. Just send me out there. No problem. LeBron, no problem. Throw down. That's the difference. And that's why when you get good news about your kids, whatever you're dealing with at work, it literally goes in one ear and out the other. It's not even important, not even relevant. It's not even important. That's the big deal. So I want you to think, okay? Here's the thing, too, that I liked about this, because a lot of stuff you start reading becomes repetitive, all right? This came from an article called Focus on the Family. I didn't know this, but I'm going to share a story about this as well, how relevant this actually is. Dads love their children more dangerously. What does that mean? Okay. It means that's because they play rougher with their kids, all right? And are more likely to engage in risk-taking. They provide kids with a broader diversity of social experiences, and they also introduce them to a wider variety of methods for dealing with life. All right. Here's what I do with my own kids. I pushed them, grab them, throw them, they fell. I say, get up. Okay, get up. Big deal. We play basketball, push them, throw baseball, all that kind of stuff. Whatever they wanted to do. One of my kids got into really, really into physical fitness. I'd say, go hang. It's hard. We'll do it for 10 seconds. First, couldn't do a pull-up. Wasn't strong enough. I said, do it though, man. Just start. Push, push, push. One of my kids in the water, get back out there, get back out there, get back out there. Pushing them, challenging them. I had a son, couldn't find a job. He was looking for a part-time job, dozens of places. I said, keep on doing it. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Found a part-time job he's happy with. My youngest son was on a wrestling team this year, and there were a couple of times he felt like, man, I'm banging my head against the wall. The coaches are on me. I said, this experience will be with you for the rest of your life. They're telling you to cut weight. They're telling you to practice. You're a senior. You're not as experienced as the other kids. Good. Do it. You'll be on your back all season. I don't care if you win one match. Do it. That bonding experience will help you so much in life. I was working with a kid who was interesting about this. And I was, trying to work with him on getting him more socially involved. We were playing ball, and I was doing this. I was pushing him. And I'm an old guy. And I'm going to answer this question next. We got one from Dylan. I know who this guy is too. Starting to see some old favorites. And guess what? I was pushing him, and then when I saw this, I said, "Oh my God, what I'm doing is the right way." He goes, "You're strong. You're big." He goes, "You're an adult," because this kid's like a teenager. And I'm thinking his own father, the own parent never did that with the kid. I'm doing something physical. I'm pushing. All the kids that I work with, I take them for walks. I play with them sports. I always had a glove in my car, basketball in my car, hiking. Push. It's hot. You're right. It is hot. It's Nevada. It's in August. Of course, it's going to be hot, but that's what I expect you to do. Overachieve. Push yourself. That's how you get stronger. All right. So you get they stress rules, justice, fairness, and duty and discipline. And that's why I try and teach my son with the wrestling. I said, stick with it. He's like, Dad, I had to cut 9 pounds in one day. Good, because I can't cut 9 ounces in one day. You got the body now, you can make that happen. Good for you. Do it. Learn what it's like to wear 3 sweatsuits and a hoodie and a garbage can, garbage bag, and run around the gym in a hot gym. Yeah, you're striving for something better than you. Your teammates are relying on you. My wife doesn't think that. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's horrible. Not my sport. I'm going to talk to the coaches. No, let the kid figure it out on his own. Because in life, you're not always going to have a parent to hold your hand to the principal's office and make things right, make things nice. Life is miserable. Life can be depressing. Life can be super hard. So you're the dad. 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 Get focused. So they tend to stress rules, justice, fairness, and duty and discipline. And this way, they teach kids the objectivity of consequence and consequences of right and wrong. And they give insight into the world of men, not just with the boys, with the girls too. What is that like? Fathers encourage competition, encouraging independence. And that's what I wanted to share about this stuff, because that's the whole point. Oh, and I got another guy here, Ali TG with a clapping hand. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Dylan's comment, great stream, by the way. This is just making me wish I had my dad growing up. Haha. You know what, Dylan? If you are a dad or a dad to be, take whatever you can from this, happily steal, do it. That's the whole point of doing these things. We didn't realize when we started doing these things, we thought, okay, who are we going to reach? Everyone around the block? And now getting comments around the world, forget around the country and around the world, fantastic. If you can steal from this and you can apply it to yourself, then do it. That's the whole point. But I see so many kids growing up without fathers. It's depressing. And that's my whole point. You guys don't realize, because I got all men. I got 1, 2, 3, unless I think CS is a guy. But that's what we're looking for. Be the man, Plug up the holes that's missing in a kid's life, because your kids are going to get pounded with medication. They're going to get pounded with IEP. They're going to get pounded with special ed. They're going to get pounded with gangs, and they're going to fail. They're going to fail in life. And the game will be over before it even starts. That's what's so sad. That's what I hate to see. And I want to see kids having dads saying, you know what, I didn't learn how to be a father. Okay, now you can learn from this. Learn from any of these articles. I mean, I came with so much paper, blah, 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 blah. I could have gone out another 3 times of that. I want to just kind of condense it and get down to it. Now, let me just close with a couple of stats, all right, just to show you how crazy this problem is, all right? Here's where we are with fatherlessness in this country. 25 million children, 24.7, 33% live absent their bio dad, 1 out of 3. Of students in grades 1 through 12, 39%, almost 17 million, live in homes absent from their bio dads. No fathers in the home, okay? 57% of African-American children, 31% of Hispanic, Latino, and 20% of white kids are living absent from their biological fathers. For me, when I go into a house and I see a dad, it's like seeing as rare as gold dust. That's really the truth, to be honest. According to this was in 1999, so I'm sure that's still the factor. 72% of the U.S. population, fatherlessness is the most significant problem, family with social problem facing America. No shock. No shock. Okay. Only 68% of kids today will spend their entire childhood in an intact family. Whoa. When I do some things, there's a thing called a genogram. When you're a social worker, you go into a house and they go like this. Like you say, okay, who's the mother? Who's the father? You had 3 kids, A, B, C, whatever. And you break it down. I don't even bother anymore because it's so confusing. Like this, no, she's not my mother. Well, I had a stepmother, but they broke up. So my dad has a girlfriend. This isn't my dad. He's a boyfriend. He used to know my father. They worked together, but then my dad left and he took over. The other guy had an overdose, and that's my half sister. That may be I think it's my brother. They kind of live with us. They really don't. My aunt is with us. I stopped even doing it because it's just such a waste of time. All right. And finally, the number of kids, all right, living with mom only, this was in 2012, is now at 25% basically. So the numbers are crazy. Last page, and I'm going to go into comments. I want to read the ones that we got, and I want to go into comments. When you don't have a dad in your life, here's what's likely to happen to you. 4 times more likely to deal with poverty. More likely to have behavioral problems. Twice the amount, the greater risk of infant mortality, more likely to go to prison, more likely to commit crimes, twice more likely to drop out of high school, twice more likely to suffer obesity, more likely to abuse drugs and alcohol, more likely to face abuse and neglect, and 7 times more likely to become pregnant as a teen. Why do you think teenagers will get pregnant without a dad around? You know why? They'll say, I'll finally have somebody to love me unconditionally. I don't have my dad. I'll have a baby. My dad would have filled that role if he would have been around. Not around. So I want to really take this topic, as I'm almost halfway through the live stream, but I want to really kind of go over this topic and just kind of say again how important it is, dads, if you're a man, be involved. Even start with small things. Show up. Be appropriate. Don't use drugs and alcohol in front of your kids if you got a problem. If you do, go to rehab. Go get some mental health treatment. Go back to school. Get a degree. Get an occupation. Get a skill. Get a trade. Go into the military. Be supportive of your child's mother. Marry her if you possibly can. Start spending nights over. Maybe you could rekindle something appropriate. Make sure you know your kids' birthdays. Important moments in their life in school. They got a sporting event. Show up. Show up appropriately, dress appropriately. My kid played wrestling. My kid did wrestling this year. I would try and go to as many matches as I could. My wife went to pretty much all of them. But guess what? There were kids. Parents never showed. I'd watch my kids play football. One of my kids was a mascot. Not every parent showed up. Kids played. Where was the parent? A lot of parents showed. Not every parent showed. Make an effort. Your kids need you. Okay. Now, let me do this. We got 4 comments. I want to shout out again to thank all of them. Okay. Hey, CS, hope you're doing well. Can you please I'm doing fine. Can you please break down Mac Miller's new album? Thank you. Again, yes, we will. And thank you, CS. You've commented before. And Josh, you're amazing, man. Thank you for the donation. I can't believe it. So, man, keep doing what you're doing. I can't stay for the stream, but keep it going. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If I ever get across the pond to go to merry old England, we're looking you up. Put it to you that way. So, want to say thank you. You've been with us from the very beginning. Always been very, very supportive. And thank you for the donation. Much, 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 much appreciated. Okay. Oh, okay. Dylan, great stream, by the way. This is just making me wish I had my dad growing up. Haha. Okay. You know what? Yeah. I'm sorry you didn't have that, Dylan. You deserve having a father. Okay. Then Ali TG gave us the clap emoji. And then Dylan just shot back out with another one. I had a dad for up till I was 7, but during that time he was very bad role model. My mom made up for it, laugh out loud. Surprising I didn't turn out too bad. Hey, that's a power to your mother. You know what? When you're done with watching this and you're done, go give your mom a kiss. Seriously. Get her a card, put something in there and say, thank you, Mom, for being there for me. Appreciate you. Mothers don't get enough respect that are single to a certain extent. Take her out for dinner. Take a picture of the two of you together. Get a frame. Give it to her. Say, from Dylan, I love you, Mom. You're the best. Okay? So always show respect to the people that went above and beyond for you, because that's so crucial, and show gratitude. There's another thing too, guys, for dads to be, dad wannabes, dads not sure about being a dad. Teach your kids gratitude. That's something I tried to teach my own kids. Have kindness to other people, give back, and show gratitude to people that do nice things to you, like a teacher, like someone that, a friend. Hey, this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. Show that kind of respect. You'll be shocked at how much it helps you grow. Okay. Now, I'm really excited about this piece, and I want to do this now for the next half hour or so. We've had people that have sent comments in and blew up, and I've been amazed. And Dylan again, 3 for 3. Got to do that. Thanks for the great stream. Hey, thank you, Dylan. Thank you for your comments. Much, much, much appreciated. Thank you for being involved. I want to call out certain people, and believe me, none of these comments are not nasty or anything like that. But we wanted to say thank you. Thank you to all of you out there. The channel has grown tremendously, and the number of subscribers continues to grow. The comments come in and the views come in. The views are great. I'm not knocking the views, but when you put a comment down, that says to me you really are invested. And I wanted to call out certain people, and I could have made this list 3 times as much, but that's not the point. I wanted to say certain people, wow, thank you. Okay? So I'm going to start from our latest videos and kind of work our way down. So here we go. Allure Searles, Searles, she had, I didn't realize, but, going back, 100 videos, you start seeing names pop up that you start realizing are familiar. But she had commented before, and in this particular video on Juice World, she commented 4 times in a row. And she opened up, and some of you guys have done things that I would not have the guts to do, opening up about your own personal life. We're not going to get into that here. I'm not going to embarrass anybody, but thank you. Thank you, Allure. Thank you. Good luck with everything in your life. Go forward. We have confidence in you. I hope you have confidence in yourself. Make your life better the way it should be. But I want to thank you for having the guts and the courage to open up and really share how you see yourself and how you want to grow with the coming year. So thank you. Okay. Skylar Gifford on X, on album 17, he wanted to thank us. Yeshua Longmore on X, album 17, great comment. Boom. I want to thank Jay from Brockhampton. Okay. Dearly departed. He wanted me as his therapist. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very, very nice. Another comment came up. Woogie Boogie. All right. I love the videos and how you break down people's pain. It's very important that people understand that talking and voicing your pains is a way to start the process to heal. I love the channel. Keep it up. Thank you. Perfect. Bingo. Yeah, that's it. You got to talk about it to get better. I kept a lot of stuff inside growing up. I was very angry as a kid, and lots of fights. Wasn't a bad kid per se. It was kind of nuts. I was smart enough to realize this wasn't the way I wanted to live. And one day I wanted to have my own family and get married. I didn't want to raise my kids in that kind of crazy environment, very dysfunctional, yelling, screaming, shouting, things flying across the air. I hated it. And I used to run. I grew up in Brooklyn. Back then, you could kind of run to a certain extent. Like I'd run to the park. I was in the park all the time, library. And then you could take a subway or a train. I'd go explore the city, which in my case is like going from Brooklyn to Manhattan. We're going to different parts of Brooklyn. We're going to the Bronx. I just would take these trips because I kept a low profile. I never got caught by a truant officer or a police officer. Low key. And it worked out. So, that's how I did it for myself, but I got a lot of fighting and a lot of anger. It wasn't until my 20s that I started to kind of grow up and chill out and realize I could do better in my life than where I was headed. Got another comment. Zach Warner, love your videos, man, especially the Death Grips video. Such an important band. Keep on keeping on, dude. Hey, let me say something about Death Grips. I like them. I like them a lot. They're a great band. And I'm going to give kudos. See, this gratitude time to my agent / producer / video guy / everything. He says, Bruce, check out this music. Check it out. I'm glad I did. They're great. I love their sound. I love their appearance. Not their appearance. I love their non-appearance in a sense that they're just themselves. And people are saying how when they go to see them in concert live, it's just like a very like purifying experience. You just can be yourself. For a band to get that kind of creed and that kind of acclaim, it's fantastic. All the power to Death Grips and keep on making great music. Hopefully they stay around. And yes, people have actually said, we'd like you to come to a concert. If they ever play within 3 hours of this place, my agent and I are going. And I'll meet any of you guys at the concert. And I don't like to mosh because these glasses are expensive. So I like my teeth. But I will definitely shake hands, be on the periphery of the mosh, and just enjoy myself. So yes, thank you. Okay, so he wanted me as his therapist. Jay from Brockhampton, dearly departed. Marthithi Lindwire, Mac, that's life. Watched all the Mac videos. The person that said, hey, can you keep on doing these videos? Yeah, because Mac is like, we knew he was big. It's like you didn't realize how big and how emotional he was for so many people and what a rock he was. And, and all these, a lot of the guys that we've covered, unfortunately, have committed suicide. There's been, several suicides. I say the same thing to all the commenters. If they would have realized how much they've impacted their fans by their music, it may have made them understand how precious what they were doing, and they would have maybe stayed alive. I think they were in such turmoil and such unhappiness and such depression for a variety of reasons. But if they would realize now, like, wow, I impacted so many young people, primarily young people, maybe that would have helped them just hang around and realize how valuable they were. Because some people will say, like, he was my life. He was my rock. I listened to him when I was having depression. It would have been great. Unfortunately, they're not here. So always realize in yourself, too, you mean so much more than you realize to other people. Okay. Luke Shen, Earl Sweatshirt on Soulless. Luke, great comment, man. Long, insightful comment. Really, really good. Really impressed by it. Mediocrity, Mac from Dunno. Great line about being therapeutic. Perfect. Wow. Amazing. Great comment. Liam Can, Mac Dunno, the same song. Great line. It was, in fact, my perception of life that was miserable, not life itself. Liam, that was a great line. I stole that line, by the way. I'm letting you know right now. I've stolen that line. I've used it in therapy. I've used it in talking to people. It was, in fact, my perception of life that was miserable, not life itself. I love that line. I stole it. And the reason why I stole it was it was such a great line, and it's just so insightful and so self-aware. My perception of life was miserable, not life itself. Life is what you make of it. And when you have success and you have the right mentors and you got the right people looking after you, you do well. That's the whole point. Okay. All right. Matthew Piergis. If I screw up your name, it's not intentional, of course. Matthew came from Max, so it goes. Here's what he said. Wish I lived in Nevada to meet and talk to you. Hey guys, we're hoping one day to take our show on the road and go to different parts of the country. We've talked about that. And you know what? If we ever do leave Nevada, right now we're in Vegas. If we ever go anywhere, we're going to put a shout out. If we go to any other state, we'll go to a concert. We're going to tell everybody, come meet us either at the concert or at a local park or wherever we're staying. Everyone come. We want to meet you. We want to give you guys a hug, shake your hand. Thank you for being a supporter, and just go from there. So, yeah, that's our goal, truthfully. Yes, I wish you do come to Nevada. And if you ever come to your state, I'd love to do it. All right. Kid Peace, Max, so it goes. You get the idea. See all that Max stuff. Yeah. He has sent us his songs to review on issues with depression. We've gotten people to do that, and I'm really impressed that people have the confidence in us to break stuff down for them. Thank you. The comment just popped in. Oh man, and why? New York. He's from New York. Okay. Which part of New York are you from? Just curious, because I'm from Brooklyn, and definitely want to connect with people. That would be cool to meet you guys. Hey, we're not going anywhere. You ever come? Anyone? Okay, we're making this. I'm throwing this out there. Anybody? Long Island. Okay, we're in Long Island. And it's pronounced Long Island. So yeah, where are you from in Long Island? But I'll say this: anyone who comes to Nevada, whatever reason you want to meet us, we'll meet with you. That's it. And guess where we'll meet you? At the library. We shoot all the videos. If anyone has any overdue books, need to get them in. Born and raised in Long Beach. I've been there plenty of times, my man. Great place, great beach. I know Long Beach. Yes. Great. Thank you. We appreciate it. We'll meet you. Okay. Cheeseburger Eddie, Mac, 2009, talked about his own issues with mental health. A lot of guts to do that, man. A lot of guts. Thank you for doing that. Billy Barron, Mac, 2009. Python metaphor spot on for subject for life. Spot on. Thank you. I use that metaphor about how depression is like a python squeezing you. And yeah, that's what it's like. And he liked that metaphor. And just want to shout out to Oogie Boogie. Man, enjoy yourself. Long Beach is a great place to live. And thank you for sharing with us where you're from and that you're a New York guy. That's great. Okay, Luke Rosenkrantz. Okay, he was a Kendrick guy. He said, really got what you're trying to do. Thank you. We appreciate when people understand what we're trying to bring together. Kendrick Lamar, he was our first big guy that we went after, and love Kendrick. Guy's amazing, great music, and fantastic. Recognize this one, Ali Arsenal. Hello from Indianapolis. Thank you. You've commented before, and I love your comments. I'm actually recognizing a lot of these names. So hello from Indianapolis. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your comments. They're fantastic. Okay. Yakland, Mac, Conversations Part 1. Very insightful comment about things. Brilliant. Smart guy. Evelyn Medina, Mac, Conversations Part 1. What I respected about her was that she reached out to a listener and she offered good advice. One of the things we're trying to teach you, and when I get into this probably the next year or so, we want to create our own group, okay, our own identity. And we're still trying to figure out how we want to bring it out there. We're looking at do that through merchandise in a sense of like clothing that will identify people when they're walking. We're wearing like hats, hoodies, T-shirts that will identify you as being part of us, like Sunridge of Nevada. So we're still kind of working on like that kind of concept, how we're going to go forward with it. But that's something we want to try and get to. And when our listeners reach out to others, and that's happened more than once, I'm impressed Because what I want people to be who listen to this channel is to be an influencer in a positive way. When you see somebody down, you pick them up and you make them stronger. So thank you. Okay. Schaefer speaks. Mac Ladders, 2 comments on he was able to move on past what he was dealing with to better mental health. It was a very positive comment. And you know what? I hope you're doing well. And I give you credit that the music helped you to see yourself in such a way that you could move on in a positive way. Thank you for doing that and opening yourself up. Hey, wow. Woogie Boogie, another comment from him. He says, I work with special needs kids. They are on the higher functioning level. Okay. But a lot of them deal with depression, anxiety, drug use, addiction. And I'm sorry to hear that. Broken homes. It's good to get insight from a professional. Hey, thank you. Okay. I have an LCSW. Doing this for a long, long time, over 20 years, work with thousands of people. But like I said, Woogie Boogie, if this can help you get some insight how to work with people, how to help them understand things better, then do it. Great. Not a problem. And whatever, if you're working with them, then my only advice to you is go further in your education. Okay. Finish college, get a master's degree. If you want to reach out, I'll explain to you what the process is, but push yourself to go further, because to do that kind of work is a special kind of person. All right. Next, CS. There you are, CS. I knew I'd recognize that name. Mac, that was from Wings. He left a comment. I'm not going to share it because it was a little bit personal, but really thank you for that comment, man. That was really a touching, emotional, like it made us stop and think, like, wow, that really showed the benefits of this channel, but all the power to you and good luck with everything. Thank you for that comment. Okay. Choco Tegoku Triple X Floor 555. Look, this is a very, very complimentary comment. And you've commented before. Thank you for doing that. Much appreciation. Okay. We got Switch Boulevard, Double X Judah from Triple X Floor 555. He made a great comment because I had talked about something. I said, I felt relaxed but ready for battle. And he broke it down in a way that was really, really intelligent. And I like what he did. Thank you for that comment. It really helped me understand the song better and what kids got out of it. Let me share something else also for those that are listening, and clearly a lot of you are. People say to me, like, sometimes it's funny, and they don't mean it in a negative way. They're like, I can't believe someone your age, and what am I now, 56? They'll say, like, I can't believe someone like your age is listening to my music. And you don't talk down about it. You don't make fun of it. You don't call it stupid. Why would I? This is what's relatable to people that are listening to it. And clearly, if you didn't like it, you wouldn't be watching it. These musicians, these artists, Triple X, was relatable to a lot of people that watch it. And that makes sense. You know, he described his own life, which had a lot of dysfunction in it. And you guys who enjoy his music got it. So it's not weird to me. It's not stupid. It's not juvenile. I get it. You know why? I look through the eyes of the people that are listening to, well, in this case, the ears of the people that are listening to the music. So I get it. I get it. All right. Next. Andreas Christo. Mac, what's the use? Great compliments and praising us. Thank you so much. That was a really nice thing that you said. Lauren Fowler, Mac, come back to earth. You guys see how we're going to do more Mac? She said she wrote a paper on the song, all right, and used our breakdown to write the paper. I hope you got a good grade. Let us know how you did. But we're delighted that this helped you with your academic pursuits. We encourage that. Okay. People say YouTube is just frivolous, but you see clearly you can get things that you need. Okay. Billy Barron, Mac, come back to earth. He writes how much this song had impacted him. Wow. Okay. Yeah. A lot of you write stuff like that certain songs just really have changed your life. And again, I wish these artists could realize just how much you guys bring, how much their music bringing to the table affected so many people in a positive way. I just wish they would have realized that and not, in a sense, been so unhappy with what was going on in their own lives. So the song made a huge difference for them. Okay. Tristan from Token. He said this was a guy that we had who was 18 and he liked what were doing and asked us to break down his music. We've gotten around 6-7 people that have done that before. Here's what we're asking for when we're breaking someone's music down. And we had this with someone. Our last video was Jay. A lot of you guys have watched that video. He said to us, here's the song. Here's the lyrics. Here's why I wrote the song. If we're going to break any more music down, here's what we want to do. We want to do an interview with you. Okay. We don't want, we'll look at all kinds of music. It doesn't bother us. But we're going to want to do an interview with you, with your fans. And the questions that you see me bringing out when I do my other videos, our other videos, I mean, the same questions we're going to ask you. So it's going to be real. It's going to be raw. But we want to have that chance to do that with your fans so your fans can understand you and your music on a different level. So we're open to it. Send us your stuff, but we will break it down, but we would do a real interview. Okay, next. Last Gibby was from Isaiah Rashad, Heavenly Father. And he used educationally, talking about things from that level, did a great job. Isaiah Rashad, fantastic artist. Pleasure to break down that music. Really nice comment. Thank you for that. And then there was X, Isaiah Rashad, Heavenly Father, said it made him listen to music differently and gave out we gave out the artists' raw thoughts. I love that. You know, one of the things that we want you to do, what we like, is that when you listen to a music video again from someone that you liked, you get insights. That's what a mentor does, okay? That's what a good person can do for you. That when you have a chance to listen to stuff and now you see it on a different level, different perspective, deeper, it changes you, not just with the music, but with life. And that's something that we're working on also is mentorship and leadership. We're going to be bringing that out as well. But the goal of that stuff is to help you look at things differently in life and say, you know what? I've been stuck in one corner. I want to go further in a different corner. I want to change my thinking. I want to change my perspective. I want to go better. That's our goal. That's really what this channel is about, is to take yourself from point A and not go to point B, go to point C, go to point Z. Take it literally to the next level. Okay. Heavenly Father, Leo, Isaiah Rashad, he said, like what you guys did, but can you get better equipment? Let me say something. I cannot thank my producer enough. The guy's a genius. What he does is fantastic. We have upgraded things. I'm not saying we haven't from the beginning to where we are now. We're going to continue to do that. So, but he gave us a huge compliment. Thank you. But we're always looking to upgrade what we're doing. Another comment. How do you choose Woogie Boogie? Thank you, my man. How do you choose what songs you listen to? Very simple. I trust my producer. He'll say, Bruce, check this out. Once in a while I'll say something. I'll say, hey, his name is Rob. I'll say, Rob, what do you think about this song or something like that? But generally he'll say, Bruce, check this out, check this out, check this out. It's changed how I look at music, honestly, also, because I listen to music now a lot differently. I listen to other artists, and when people give us suggestions, we'll go after it. But honestly, my producer, he has his finger on the pulse of music, and he's great. Whatever he says, I just listen to. And that's another thing, too, I want you to learn from this video. If you got someone who's in your corner that's bright, and I'm not going to even lie, the guy is a genius. If it ain't broke, why fix it? If you get someone in your life that's smart, that's intelligent, follow them. Take it to the bank, because that person will take it to the next level. And I couldn't be blessed with a better partner than him. I'm not even like pretending. He's fantastic. So yes, I listen to him. Occasionally I'll say, hey, did you hear about this, hear about that? But generally I listen to him, and that's where we go from, to be honest. Okay. Nick R. We did a Kid Cudi and Kanye West, Kids See Ghost, and he said, I love the dad-son dialogue. I broke about my kids, and that's something too, like a lot of times with therapy, like it's like everyone's like, standoffish, not talk about it. But if I don't talk about my own failures and successes, then I feel I'm doing the service. You come to therapy, you come to speak to someone. I got another comment from Woogie Boogie. Yeah, I'm honest. I failed a million times as a father, and I'm still learning, honestly, though my kids are in college and last one's gonna be in college next year. But yeah, I share my triumphs and I share my failures. Woogie Boogie, J. Cole, we know him. He's great. Lou Fiasco, Lupe, Eminem, Drake are all guys who make many songs with their hearts on their sleeves. And they helped me with so much along my life. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy you're saying this, Woogie Boogie, that you found people that you can relate to. I think it's great. J. Cole, we've done his songs. Guy's fantastic. The other ones we haven't done. I mean, eventually we'll get to everyone that we can. But if you get something from these guys, all the power to you. You're smart. You're reaching out for people that can give you some guidance and some self-awareness. And if that can be done in a healthy and positive way, then do it. Great job. Good for you. Okay. Here's another one that we really, really liked. Brandon Harold, J. Cole, KOD. Yeah, here we go. See, we talk about J. Cole. And he gave us a great compliment. And he talked about his issues as a young person and said, we're doing God's work. Thank you for that compliment. We talked about his own issues with ethnicity and race, but he said, hey, it helped him understand himself as a young person. And he thanked us again for what was happening. So thank you. Another great compliment. And Master Disaster, J. Cole, breakdown, boom. Sent us one comment after on how this video helped him with his own issues that he was dealing with. Amazing. You know, when we hear that kind of stuff, it tells us we're on the right track. That when we do a video, it's not like, like yawn time or go nappy time. When people say things like, this video helped me understand the artist better and the music better and the purpose of the video better, and I grew from that, love it. Love it. Then we know we've hit gold. Thank you. Thank you for those comments. Okay. Then we had Saul Rodriguez, Y. Ruiz, Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness, got really deep in thanking us on behalf of the millennials. Thank you, millennials. We appreciate it. We thought that we would be hitting kids, and we're kind of really realizing we're doing like the 18 to 32-year-old kind of. That's what we kind of see when we look at our numbers. But if it's reaching you, great. We love it. We're delighted. Very, very happy that's helping people. And he said, thank you on behalf of the millennials for what you guys are doing. All right. We probably got time for one more comment because we're getting close to the hour. This was Starlight Wright. Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness. Great comment on how I combine my clinical knowledge to help people understand themselves. That's the goal. Okay? If you can't spread what you've learned, then what are you accomplishing as a therapist or as a social worker? When I come into a session, I'm coming in there hard. I'm not coming in there like, it's okay, things will get better. You're a good kid. You can be president one day. No, I'd be lying to you if I said that. I'm going to tell you the truth. And it's going to be unpleasant. But it's not there to be fun. It's not there to be happy. It's about there to get your act together, to get that mental health body armor around you. You can handle life. So when those situations in life happen again, you got the confidence and the ability and the skills to handle them. Why is, training in the military with a police force so intense? Because on the street, you're not going to have your instructor holding your hand. They want to make it as so difficult, so hard, that when something inevitably happens that's going to be difficult and dangerous, you got the skills to make it work. And that's what I want to see from everyone here that's watching it. When she said, I think it was Starlight, I'm pretty sure she's a female, I combine my clinical knowledge so people understand themselves. That's my goal. That's what this video is. We want to go further and further and further. We want to be global. I'm not going to lie. Because I feel that my skills and what my producer agent brings to the table, we're global. That's how I really honestly see it. And I want to give people the confidence that you can rely on me to get you through some rough times in your life and not use me as a crutch forever. But you know what? I got Bruce in my back pocket. He's given me confidence to see things the way no one else has ever broken it down for me. And that's a skill that I bring to the table. If you don't see yourself as the best, if you don't see yourself as the brightest, guess what? No one else will. That's another thing I want you to get out of this video too. Get confidence in yourself that you're the best at what you do. And if you're not the best at what you do, figure out why that is and start making steps to make that happen. And anything to do clinically, I feel I'm good. I'm really, really good. I don't want to say like arrogant, like, I'm the greatest of all time, but I bring it to the table. That's how I feel. You walk into a session with me, you're going to walk out of there getting some confidence you didn't have before. It's the same thing for you guys that are watching. I want you to have that same kind of confidence in yourself that whatever you're doing, whatever you're dealing with, you can figure it out by going to other people, relying on other people, and going from there. That's it. Okay, I think we're out of time. Let me just look over real quick and get my look. And are we good? Okay, we're still good. So I'm going to wrap it up. Another minute or two. Went through 2 pages of notes. I got about 6, 7 more. But I just want you to realize all of these things. And I wanted to kind of do a combo play today. And that's why I did the fathers on one angle. And that's why I went ahead and then broke down the fans. I want you guys to realize everything is interchangeable. And having a father in your life that can care about you, that loves you, and for those guys here that are going to be fathers one day, do it. Take what you got, take what you can from this and just go forward. I want to just thank again, Josh. Hey, man, thank you. The guy's a huge fan. He gave us a donation. I'm impressed. I mean, the guy is just a go-to guy. He doesn't even live in this country. So thank you. One day, Josh, like I said again, we go across the pond. We're going to go check you out and take you out and spend time with you. Thank you for your donation again. Much, much, much appreciated. And are there any more comments? Throw them down now, because if not, we'll just call it a day. But anyone else has anything they want to say? Anything? Last chance. I'll do it. Another 30 seconds, and I'll just wrap it up. So as we go, do 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 do. A little Jeopardy music there. So anyone has any last questions? Any last comments? Anything they want to say? We're open. Hey, we've got some comments that were like, ripping me. Don't worry about it. It's all part of the game. We don't get upset about it. We don't personalize anything. We're just going forward. The way I want to see you guys go forward as well with your own lives to be successful. Don't let obstacles get in your way. Think about what's in front of you. Go make it happen. You can do it. Don't give up. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. There's always going to be obstacles. And if you don't have what you needed growing up and from family, find family. Find a father figure. Find a mother figure. Somebody that can give you guidance so you're not banging your head against the wall the way I did so long till I finally grew up and got smart. Okay, last couple of seconds, and then I'm just going to call it. So again, thank you everybody for commenting. Thank you everyone again for being involved. Thank you for the questions. It's exceeded our expectations. We're going to do more of these. And thank you. And with that, much appreciation, much respect. Sunridge of Nevada, Bruce Mufson, LCSW, signing out. Thank you, guys.